So NPA board, there's somebody in there who contacted me and said, Kevin, show this. Something happened that is dangerous. NPA is not an institution whereby the boss of NPA, CEO, Mustapha Hamid, can take some decisions that are and follow the rules, regulations of NPA. The presidency, they are making some decisions that at the end of the day, NPA, it will collapse. People are being put in positions that they are not supposed to be there. Read this to them. There's another document to be on DrBawumia, and they are very quite damning. We will release that. But today, I want to give you a background of what is coming and what Mustapha Hamid and the presidency, they are doing. Bame and put it this first. All right, let's do this. After the show, we will publish these documents on LoudSilenceNews.com. It's a piece somebody wrote, our board, and so extra in a way that we will understand. The documents I've gotten, it's a different one which is crazier. But I'll say, Mema Ghana for what is actually happening. Send it by when they release the rest, we will understand. Even the NPA board members, ABF Remy, what is happening is crazy. Now let's go. First one is say it is preamble, no, say na atro. Let me enlarge this. You see a little bit of me. It's very important. I'm pushing choir. So this is the preamble. I'll say the National Petroleum Authority was established by an Act of Parliament, NPA Act 2005 Act 691, to regulate the petroleum downstream industry in Ghana. As a regulator, the authority ensures that the industry remains efficient, profitable, fair, and at the same time ensuring that consumers receive value for money. NPA operates under 6 technical departments, which each having a director as a functional head. The 6 technical departments are licensing, 1, IMNHSSE, 2, UPPF, 3, quality assurance, 4, PPR, and midstream. So these are the 6 technical departments that comes together to form the NPA. Now, let's move forward. I hope to be at Nwase. Yes, Yankwenim. Now, the second thing, or the Sunday me away. Still preamble. Yankwenim. And remember, this was sent to me by a board member of NPA. Remember, a board member. I have intercepted some other documents. More diamond. This is what Mustapha Hamid is doing. Eti yepesemu nyina muhu. Send be me the other documents ne bana mi chirema. Ofui bi antina baby nka say we made it up. This is coming from a board member. Dr. Mustapha Hamid Abdul Hamid was appointed by the president to take over from Al-Hassan Tampuri following Tampuri's winning of the Gushegu parliamentary seat. Mustapha, until NPA appointment, was a former minister for Zongo and before that, information. His appointment came as a surprise considering the fact that he has no experience when it comes to matters of energy, finance, law, or any industrial business knowledge, as was the case of all his past predecessors. Remember, from what he's trying to say, this is Mustapha Hamid, Akuffo, before that, no information ministry, and a Zongo ministry, and sir, on the head NPA. He has no prior experience, only experience in anything like business knowledge, industry. He's got no experience in finance. He's got no experience in law and industry. He's got no experience in energy. But because our politics is so weak, we feel say every time I'll say the party faithful, Mustapha Hamid, who is an empty head, has been placed at NPA. This is an experienced person. He has been in the energy sector for a long time. Or your NPP ni, or your friend or Edenakoto NPA board. So consistently, Nyamebia Koswa, who said, one Kasema, this country will blast. It will go down the drain. And now people are worried because the level of corruption now, of course, they can't handle it. They are scared if there's change in power, a month from per se, or jail. So the good ones are now bringing things out. Let me confirm again. This came from a board member. Okay, Yankwenim. Now the third one says this. let me enlarge this. Illegal appointment. Illegal appointments. Okay. What's the illegal appointment here? You read the illegal appointment there. The CEO has superintended over a couple of irrational decisions since he assumed office. The latest illegality created by the CEO is the planned appointment of 2 deputy CEOs. It is important for everyone to understand that, as per the NPA program, in the absence of the CEO, the Chief Inspector acts. Each director reports to the CEO. No head of division which has a director under report directly to the CEO. From the explanation, it is clear. You cannot appoint deputy CEOs because what he is saying here and say the CEO what happens is say NPA in their law all the chief inspector say Mustapha Hamid anywhere. The chief inspector acts as the CEO. There is nothing like a deputy CEO, deputy to CEO, no. And as you can see, OsagyefoagyemangBaduI say, so no head of division which has a director and a report directly to the CEO. And think Mustapha Hamid anywhere. Who takes over from the Mustapha Hamid CEO, acting CEO, or no any what we call the chief inspector. Mustapha Hamid Niwa is chief inspector. Ono you need any deputy CEOs but Mustapha Hamid is creating something now or creating new 2 CEOs beneath him. Why do you think he's doing that? Now he goes on to say this. So one may ask, what is the rationale for a staff who is working under a director be appointed as the deputy CEO? This is illogical, illegal, and just a smack of a political impunity targeted at looting state resources and perpetuating illegal activities in the petroleum downstream sector. He asked a simple question. How come that a staff who is working under a director be appointed as a deputy CEO? Why don't you even appoint the director? But you bypass the director and you go beneath the director to go pick somebody beneath the director to make it a person that's deputy CEO. Where on earth does this happen? This is what Mustapha Hamid is doing. They say, I'll be coming your way with some things, but I want you to have an idea of what we are going to be doing. Mustapha Hamid is dangerous. He's one of the most corrupt albinos in Ghana. Corrupt. He can't do that in Tanzania. Never. But we have given him too much room. He uses Quran. He lies about everything. This is what he's doing at NPA. Let's move forward. Now, why illegal? This is what action Mustapha Hamid has taken. Let me enlarge it so that you can read it with me. Oh, no, you can't do this. Yeah. So, why this action is an illegal action? The CEO has written a letter to the president proposing the appointment to the authority 2 deputy CEOs. His letter was written on a plain sheet paper to the presidency and not a letterhead of the authority. The letter was also written and sent to the presidency at the blind side of the governing board of the authority, which is chaired by Mr. Addo and has members like Kwame Sifakai and etc. Mustapha Hamid has written a letter to the presidency. He did not use the letterhead of NPA because if he decides to use the letterhead, all the board members will have to be CC'd. They have to sign. But he has taken that letter, plain sheet, to the Jubilee House. Now, listen. Remember, the board chair of NPA is Addo. And you know our own friend Kwame Sifakai is also on the board. The next point, he says, the justification which was stated by the CEO in his letter to the president captioned that in the case of Linda Boama Asante, one of the recommended deputy CEOs, is that she was a party member known by the general secretary, party chairman, Ashantehene, and the rank and file of all party bigwigs, including Lord Comey. So in the letter, The reason why Mustapha Hamid wants her to be his deputy is because to be deputy CEO, she is not even a director or beneath a director. It is because Ashantehene knows her. Because Lord Come knows her. The rank and file of the party knows her. General Secretary knows her. Chairman knows her. Remember, all these people are serious NPP people. Ashantehene is the brain behind NPP. On any time you seek a command and not a party in the GMP Siska, on TIA or Ghana, he wants accountability. In any country, he will be in jail. In any serious country, Ashantehene will be in jail because the money that was spent on him is the taxpayers' money. He needs to prove why the money was supposed to be spent on him. As a country, in any serious country, Ashantehene has to be jailed. Now, before I move forward, remember, Lord Come has stroke. Lord Come, he has stroke. He's now trying to walk small. On the original say, we will not give power. We will not give power. So again, when you have stroke. So Mumbusan says he was starting Antika. He got stroke. Lord Come, on the original say, you will not give power. The high blood pressure didn't have. Lord Come, breaking news, he has stroke. Into what who na channel. Fred and Nebuchadnezzar say, Kevin, tell us when you have stroke. Is it true? Can you walk? Can you jump? Let's move forward. Who is Linda? Gang gang Linda. But we give me rough. All right, let's move on. Who is Linda? Now there's some name called who is Linda? Now who is Linda? Linda currently is the head of planning at the NPA. Her department head director is Alpha Worldbank. So she is beneath Alpha Worldbank. So this Linda is nobody. But she is a party person. Knowledgeable? No. Is she qualified for deputy CEO? No. Do we even need to have a deputy CEO? No. A director needs to act. But today, Linda has been picked from the trash, brought up there to be the deputy CEO. Mustapha Hamid wrote on a sheet of paper, without the board knowledge, without the letterhead, told the president, this is a party fitful. Let me create a deputy CEO position for her. Linda is known openly as a party person and have often been seen openly advocating such. As head of planning, she is responsible for the Lakan issues that has to do with the bringing of petroleum products at the port. She is known to have been involved in many illegal activities resulting in the loss of revenue for the country by way of colluding with illegal petroleum products discharged into the country through the port simply because she is the one in charge of planning of these. Remember, I did a scandal the commissioner of customs, Colonel Damwa. I caught him on tape where he was talking to a custom lady, forcing the lady to make sure that illegal vessel that was arrested, they make it pass because the Jubilee House told him, said the oil belongs to them. They should release the oil and they should keep the oil and let the vessel go. Mokai sa scandal, no. I can play the audio for you if it is here. Colonel Damwa. But I'll play it. I think it's not on this file. I'll find it tomorrow and play it for you to hear. The last part, it says, it doesn't come as a surprise to see that even her own appointment, which is the first place, is not correct. It's also being done through the illegal way. Now, let's move forward. So that is Linda. Now, let me show you the picture of Linda. This is Linda. This is Linda. This is the Linda that Mustapha Hamid wants to bypass directors and create a deputy CEO position for her. She's not even a director, beneath a director. She does calculation down there, fuel coming in. But Mustapha Hamid has bypassed the board. Mustapha Hamid has told the president, I want this girl because she's a party foot soldier. No respect for the board. Why do you think they need Linda badly if Mustapha Hamid is not there? Because the chief director now, he is not going to oversee any criminality if Mustapha Hamid leaves office. So they need a party foot soldier to come anytime Mustapha Hamid is not there to come and cover the shit. That is why Linda is the best candidate to bypass directors to become deputy CEO. She is a chim. Ashantehene said they should move her. Ashantehene said, "Move me no. Let's move forward. Who is Linda again? We understand Linda's power even supersedes that of the CEO, as it's being reported that she actually gave an ultimatum in one of the meetings to discuss this issue, that if she is not offered the deputy position as CEO, then she will have to be given the position of the UPPF coordinator, whether she qualifies or not. What does Linda know that we don't know, that she is telling them? If you don't give me the CEO, I have to be the boss of UPPF. What does Linda know that we all don't know? It is in the pipeline. And there, I am opening your eye. Ain't dynamite in the bar, with all due respect to Apiasifo, sorry. Do you understand where we are headed? So Linda in meetings is able to tell them, if they don't make me deputy CEO, they need to make me the boss of UPPF, because if they don't, something go happen. It goes on to say, Linda, as we understand, remember, this document is coming from one of the members of the board. It is interesting, right? Linda is powerfall. All right, let's move forward. The second line says, Linda, as we understand, has also on many occasions sent many damaging reports to other security agencies by way of pushing through her agenda. Most of these reports have come out not to hold any substance, but just a political ploy to undermine her superiors. So Linda, no, the directors on her, she does not respect them all. Because if directors are bypassed to go bring somebody beneath directorship to become a deputy CEO, a letter has been written, board has been bypassed, you have to understand she holds somebody's balls. Linda is powerful. And if you are guessing who is Linda, let me show you Linda. This is Linda. Young girl. Sorry, no one can say, hey, Linda is here who TV show, who is CEO. This is Linda. Achim ni Linda. Opana Claire Linda na. This is the new Sewa Kutu. Sewa Bruni. Linda Bruni. Where the Linda Tuntum say you. All right, let's move forward. Now, questions. Questions. One may ask, how has NPA functioned since its inception today? We've been asking questions about OMCs owing us over 600 million. Still, the NPA led by Mustapha Hamid has said nothing. Does the authority require any deputy CEO position? Is the question. What is the real motive behind these appointments of Perry Okudjato and Linda Buama Asante? Somebody was asking, what's her full name? And the full name is there. What is the real motive behind these appointments of Perry Okudjato and Linda Buama Asante? That's her full name. What is the motivation behind the appointments? Who is benefiting from these appointments? So these questions, I will answer them in the Gangantuan scandal. Are these appointments geared towards legalizing the illegalities being perpetuated by some party faithfuls? Brofo, legalizing the illegalities. Hey, board member. Because legalization of the illegalities. So these are questions a board member is asking. And if you don't know Linda, let me show you Linda. This is Linda. Now there are some last questions that we need to be asking. Because the answers will come soon. These are the last questions. And these questions are important. Have it been approved? Has the president approved? Did the president ask about the board's decision? Did the president ask about the letterhead? The question is, why is the president approving a recommendation which is, first of all, not being supported by a board decision and not captured on the authority's letterhead? Why is the president approving such an appointment? Why is the president Akuffo approving such an appointment? No letterhead, board did not approve. Why do you think the president is approving? Second, how can one appoint a mid-level staff to the role of deputy CEO over the head of a substantive director whom she reports to? It is interesting, right? Like, the directors have been bypassed and the subordinate of a director is being moved to a deputy CEO position Mustapha wants to create. Where is the pressure coming from? What is Omweto doing? Who are the people? Why is the president approving this? 3, the appointment of such, even if it is so, are mostly technical. What are the technical justifications for appointing Perry Okujato and Linda Asante? What are the justifications? The final one is, why did the CEO take this decision without the board? I think there was a typo there. Why did the CEO take this decision without the board? Mustapha Hamid took this decision without the board. The president is approving an appointment that a CEO actually suggested without the board's approval. The president is approving an appointment which came without the letterhead of the institution. The same president says he's a lawyer. All I'm saying is, this is bigger than you think. It's not a joke. What is coming is big. What I'll be showing Ghanaians is crazy. And this is coming from the board. I didn't make this up. If you don't believe me, I'll make you believe me.